here, and this is a really interesting clash. As Brad Abbey gets us underway, the Warriors will be defending the harbour end of Mount Smart Stadium, which is in wonderful condition. And the ball's first carded here by Nick Lynn. You know, a lot of expectation each time this young team turns out on Mount Smart Stadium, Monty Beetham, and they've let their fans down a little at home this year.
That's right, Dale. Every time a Warriors side, no matter what grade they are, goes and plays at Mount Smart, a fortress, a ground where a lot of people like to come and watch and support their team. The last 4 games here for this young side, they struggled to get a point on the board. So in terms of getting a win, so something they have to try and redeem today out here, definitely.
Well, talking to the connections too for the Warriors, can't read too much into training. They had a pretty average sort of training last week and then went out and rocked the socks of the Roosters, of course. And this week, the training run, last night, captain's run, not so tidy, although they were superb midweek, according to Coach Calvin Wright. So he doesn't read too much into the way they train through the week. But he does say that it is a real challenge to have these young men play consistent footy across 20 and some weeks. So, you know, form comes and goes, and those who have stuck solid are really the backbone of the squad. And, of course, the loss of Atahingano, who was there for the first part of the season, Nathaniel Roach, they won't be coming back to the 20s, making great inroads for them, and Calvin's very happy to see that occur.
When you think about that mindset and what they have to do consistently each week, it's a bit hard because some of these guys are schoolboys, some of these guys have got work, they're not full-time athletes, so it's sometimes second nature for them to come and do this on top of their first priorities. But as a result, though, if they want to get better, if they want to make this a full-time proposition for themselves, they have to get the job done.
Aaron Clark with the kick, not so good. Time for us to go sideline now and get some thoughts on wind factor and the like.
Yeah, hey Dale, Owen Guttenberg here. Boys, fantastic conditions here at ground level. A little foggy this morning, disrupting flights in and out of Auckland, but that's all burnt off. The wind is at the back of the Manly Sea Eagles. It's, like I said, perfect conditions for playing footy.
And great to see all the Warriors boys back and about. They were racking up the city last night and getting into their bad Warriors dance moves, I hear, but all is well. Good to have them here, and you can do a little bit of name dropping, Owen, because you were out with the boys last night.
Yeah, look, fantastic to see many of them coming back. PJ Marsh is back from overseas, as is Scotty Coxon, who was at the Warriors for 12 games in 2000. Big Mark Tukey's here. There's a whole host of players that have made the effort to come back. So it's going to be a very good day. And I know that the first grade squad had lunch with the old boys yesterday, and they're very, very excited to play in front of them later on this afternoon. Just
confirming, Owen, with your report there about the little fog here, you're talking about the conditions out here or probably the heat after last night's efforts?
I think there's still a few of the old boys asleep at the moment. So wake up, boys, and come down to the footy.
Be great to see them around today. So we'll pack the scrum down here now, 25 metres out from the Warriors line. So the scrum feeder settler here. Jesse Tyrell with the carry midway between the 30 and 40. The tackle made by Jesse Ramian. Good nick too, Jesse. Big and strong and mobile. Played centre actually for the New South Wales under-18s. Keep an eye out for him too. And strip number 4. This is Paul Tully managing to get an offload to our 4. He's backslammed centre field 42 from the Manly Warringah line. Of course, a week that the club, no doubt, would have preferred not to have had to go through, but changes are afoot on the peninsula and the north side of Sydney. Not so much tying up these kids as we see 25 metres out from the try line. The Warriors onto Abbey.
Good.
They get a kick off the right side of his foot too, and as you can see, the referee in there making the call, Peter Goff.
Yeah, great call by the referee. You can't challenge a guy when they're up in the air trying to take possession of the ball and catch, as he did there. Not the best end to the set. Brad Abbey going back to fullback after last week going up there in the 6, chiming in nicely. Some good shape from this young Warriors side early on. Looking enterprising, but unable to finish it off and put a bit of pressure on this young Manly side.
Takes a bit of timing too when the fullback's climbing for the football, and Susumi just got there a touch early. Needed to just pause momentarily before starting out on his run. Now Manly trying to work their way through the middle. With our 4, Tully working hard on defence. Here's a lovely little ball, finding a split, and down the middle they go. This is the big number 1, Trbojevic. Back on the inside and picking up Luke Garner. Flung to ground only 5 metres out from the try line. That was surging play from Manly Warringah. Looking to draw first blood in the penalty. Number 2 for them. What a great run it was through the middle.
Beautiful run. It was a simple 2 option. But the big thing about it was hitting that ball with pace. Nice and direct. Making sure defenders come onto you and isolate guys. Put them on outside shoulder and you went straight through the line with plenty of support. Promising signs there for this Manly side.
This is Liam Knight. He's now just close to the line. Tackle number 1. Pratt. Wide and out to Matty Douglas. Driven back. Good defence from the Warriors. Samisi Tyrell. Aaron Clark combining. Played back to Trbojevic. This is Nick Lynn managing to get it away to Pratt again. He'll keep it on for Douglas. Tempted to get it away that time to Ramian, but Douglas goes to ground. 10 metres in from the western touchline here. Pratt delivers across to Pearsall, onto Hines. Now the fullback chiming in again. Trbojevic over the top of the pass, and it eludes Luke Garner down the left edge. The Warriors will get the scrum feed. Of course, you'll be familiar with the name Tom Trbojevic. Of course, he's one of 4 brothers. His older brother playing in the top side for Manly. In fact, Tom's had 7 games up in the top tier as well. Well, the young lads playing for the Mona Vale club, and Tom's got another year to play here in the 20s, so certainly a player with potential and a lot of class as well, as we see a repeat of the grounding of Luke Garner. That's Trbojevic getting the ball.
Yeah, it's the right idea there. Obviously, a guy who's played a bit of first-grade experience, showing what he's capable of when he comes back down to the lower grades. Execution not quite right, but very dangerous. It's going to be one to watch today.
This is Samisi Tyrell with the football. Probably hasn't had the opportunities that we've seen from him in the past. Beautiful day here, but a little bit of a chill factor too, worth noting as Tully carries the ball strongly to the 20, but loses it as he goes to ground. Nick Lynn comes up with the football. Manly again immediately on attack. 15 in from the western touchline as Pratt works his way forward and finds Cox. Darcy Cox, he gets the ball away as well, but to no advantage really.
Once again, you look at this Manly side with the shape out the back. They've got the front door runners. And on that occasion, they dropped the short, but I think if they went out the back, would have got some joy. They go the same way down the short side play, something we don't see often enough at this level there, Dale.
This is Demetrio. I hope I'm pronouncing that reasonably well.
On the line, go.
Big centre. Here's the charging Knight, very, very close. This time around, repelled at the last moment by Mikhail Beatty in jersey number 6 for the Warriors. Here's the grubber kick to the in goal. Some pressure at the back. Tyrell's got it. He'll try and get back into the field of play. I doubt he'll get there. Manly come on over him. And again, he proves me wrong. Good run from Tyrell to get out into the field of play.
Geez, well, a bit of assistance there getting behind him, Jazz Tavanga and the boys, but great work. As we see a break coming down the left.
Lewis Sosamia set it alight last week, Owen.
It was outstanding. Look at this work, though. Tyrell in goal. Beats 4 players to earn his way over that try line. Keep his side in play.
So that's the penalty to the Warriors. Aaron Clark. Kelvin taking a lot of satisfaction out of seeing his game develop. There's a lot to learn for a number 7 in the modern game as we see a couple of the first graders.
Yeah, the Wolfman, that beard, we've seen that plenty of times. He made it very famous out there on the wings at Brookvale Oval. Scored many a try.
Well, he was sporting the beard way before it became fashionable. Now, every man and his dog sporting one, and here's Tully with the football. Mount Smart Stadium in absolute pictures. We see Tavanga.
He's adding more to his games, isn't he? James Tavanga. Jazz Tavanga, he's doing some great work. Bit of footwork there, normally direct and straight. Plays with the ball in hand too. It's a nice little subtle changes in the way he plays the game.
This is Corleone.
Up together.
10 metres in. As we see Tully. What I do like about these popo, or the bookends as we call them at times, the prop forwards, both of them willing to get in into the hard work early. They know that they're on for limited game time. And another penalty for the Warriors. Still no score, 10 minutes gone.
Bit of back chat there. I think it's the right decision to tap and go here. Haven't had enough possession. Completion rates haven't been ideal. 50% for Manly, 60% for the Warriors. Now, if you're thinking about trying to get a win when you haven't won the last 4 times at Mount Smart, you have to have your fair share of possession.
Here's Aaron Clark, and now across to Tyrell. Gets an opportunity through the middle. Will Pearsall envelops him with the assistance of Douglas. He'll play it 6 metres from the try line now. Big chance. Casey Lafayette with the distribution roll. Now it is on to Clark. The door opens for Aaron Clark. But then it shuts tight just a metre out from the line. Lafayette pushes it out quickly to the right-hand side. Nice little offload from Beatty, but the ball couldn't come across. Ogden seeking Paul Alberg down that right side. Paul's back after a month out. It's good to see him out there on the right wing. A really good trainer as well.
Oh, Makati Beatty did a great job there, sucking in 2 defenders, playing a short blind side and getting it out there, but the last pass not quite getting to Alberg. Wasn't quite good enough to pluck it out of the sky. The pass should have been a little bit better and on the money. I think that would have been a great opportunity for this side to score the first points of the day.
Makati Beatty playing in the standoff position for Kelvin Wright. Been playing a lot of his club football in the adult competition that is the Fox Championship for the Papakura Sea Eagles. Coached by Richie Blackmore, so he's learning a lot from the experienced ex-Kiwi. Now a chance to come back and show what he has learnt more consistently with the under-20s. It's due to the departure of Atahingano, who's moved up to Stacey Jones' New South Wales Cup team, which is tracking really well for Stacey. His trajectory as a coach certainly on the rise as we see Trbojevic again with a nice little pass out to Dimitro. Solid stuff. Liam Knight manages to get a clean ball away, and it's to Pratt. Hugh Pratt, born in Lismore, played his junior football there as well for the Marist Club.
Yeah, nice set by Manly there, bringing the ball out of their own end. Start the set, they're very bunched and very close together. I'm not sure if it was a play employed, but then on the 3rd, 4th tackle, they fanned out quite nicely and almost caught the Warriors side on the go.
12 short of the halfway, and again, R4. He's a real workhorse, isn't he, Arwen?
Yeah, fantastic. Certainly doing a job for his side. I'd like to see him have a little bit more support to take the crabs off him, maybe get a one-on-one, which will equal a quick play the ball.
Carry time for Ogden. He's a man who's been training hard himself, and as I mentioned at the start, his body shape has changed tremendously. Taking a lot more notice about nutrition.
Number 2's made contact before the ball comes down. You take away his opportunity.
So a penalty against Sosomia. Possession 50-50 at the moment. 13 gone, still no score. Well, Manly have for a long time sat at the foot of the table here in the Holden Cup, but this year travelling really well. Currently, they came into this round just behind the Warriors with 7 wins from their 17 starts. Of course, it's changed with last night's action, but we'll ride with these two, searching for a spot in the top 4 as Pratt throws the dummy. Not falling for it on early, it puts him away. A couple of metres inside Warriors half. Liam Knight making his presence felt with a lot of involvement. Getting his hands on the ball, the New South Wales under-20 rep. Trbojevic again showing his class down that left side, gets it on the inside to Demetrio again, who is pulled down with some desperate defence close to the line, and another penalty. 4 penalties against the Warriors here early in this first half with less than 15 minutes gone.
Well, that's a dangerous combination there. Will Pearsall, the great number 6 and captain, finding that Trbojevic on plenty of occasions, and every time he does, Trbojevic looks like he's going to bust through that line or create havoc and get those around him into a better position than himself.
I like what we're seeing here from Manly. I'd like to see a bit more of the big number 3 as well. He looks like he's got some potency, carrying a little bit more weight than we're used to seeing in the centres. Darcy Cox to play the ball for Knight now. He's wrapped up as 3 Warriors stand there like sentries defending their line. Back it comes to Pearsall again, and a grubber kick through. Clever diving forward, but Susumia might have just covered up for the Warriors. That's the way that the referee Peter Goff sees it as well, and the Warriors will go under the crossbar.
Yeah, not so sure Paul Tully did the right thing then, coming off the line as quick as he did. It's great to put pressure on, but normally from the inside out, coming off the line then, it just creates pressure once you get beaten, and also gives them an opportunity to put the ball in behind him. As you see many of the Manly guys coming through there to put pressure on, and that occasion not being able to get the points, but they'll build pressure now with a back-to-back set.
Certainly not much in that. Could have been very easily a Manly try with the footballers. Billy Shaq Wise, and he will play it 30 metres from the try line. It is Pratt along through Pearsall, the straight run from Knight. He'll get the ball away. It's been touched by a Warrior. We'll go back to the start of the count with it's this rangy Nick Hines, and he will play at 18 metres from the try line. Great chance for the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles through Knight again. Don't know how many carries he's got. Let's check that. Gee's been busy. That's his 8th hit up.
Here, onside, Warriors.
And a high shot to on Liam Knight.
Hold here. Yep.
Played his footy for the entrance, but actually was born up in Alice Springs. So the tap taken now. Manly, right in front of the Warriors' posts. Pratt works it for Pearsall, and then he picks up on Nick Lynn. Great defence, on it. Tully combining here. Pratt drops it on the inside. A little bit of one-out running here. Needs to have something a little bit more imaginative. They're going to cross the line. It's Pearsall now, Hines. And it's a turnover, one that Manly can ill afford. They've done the hard work to get down there, Arwen, but couldn't go on with it.
Yeah, exactly. They certainly look threatening. And like Monty's alluded to, they've got some good shape. Trbojevic adding in some real potency when they shift the ball, but just unable to capitalise on that field position at the moment.
The Warriors will be content to just settle things down, get to the back end and get a decent kick away. Tavanga, not a big guy, but he's got lovely footwork as he approaches the defensive line, and it just keeps the defenders guessing. Jazz can often just slide through and get that early advantage, looking for the offload as the kick is sent deep, taken by Trbojevic. Tom. Safe to play again next year here. Great service to the under-20s as Shaq Wise will play it just inside the Warriors' half. Will Pearsall. It's really matured according to the connections in the last 6 months. And a lot of it is the responsibility shown both on and off the field, attitude to training, travelling, and the like. But Pearsall, a standout as we see Hines again, has his legs cut out from under him. Here's Pratt, gets some valuable meter. He's not sure he communicated well enough with his teammates there. Tried to squirt one through, but it was well read in the end. And Mikaele Beattie gets hold of the ball as Marta Newkure.
No, he came the right way, Dale, but I think he should have kept the ball in hands, or at very least kicked to his winger, kicking it back on the inside where there was no chase coming across. No on the inside. Not the right option.
The Warriors to the 30. The Sea Eagles working hard. Here comes Afoa once again. 5th carry, 12 tackles, 40 metres out from the line. Lafayette works it to the left, and now it is Clark. Sends it deep, taken on the 20. Luke Garner with the football, and he's wrapped up. Good chase by the kicker, Clark. As we see with the ball, Jesse Ramian. One out running to ground, 5 short of the halfway.
That's right. The boys getting right amongst it now. Somewhat of an arm wrestle we see. It's going to come down to the kicking game. That time once again, we saw Bunty Alfaro going up by himself, and it's not ideal. go up with numbers, get a quick play of the ball. Then Clark gets a chance to kick where he wants because he gets all the time, the ball in hand.
Liam Knight back to Pearsall. Beautiful ball on the inside to Trbojevic. This will be the first try. Skillful. And Nico Hines is in to score for the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles right underneath the black dot.
Right, Dale, I love it when balls get passed, especially by the pigs in the middle. Guys that can play well, play with numbers. Adding a bit of speed around there with Trbojevic. And you got all sorts of headaches for the opposition. Love the way this Manly side's been playing. Good shape across the board. Very good runners. Little doubles play there. And it's inside ball. It was a planned move. And of course, is that man number 7, Nicholas Hines, who's had a hand in many things today, Owen, doing some wonderful stuff.
Yeah, fantastic work, wasn't it? They've gone to the edges and haven't come up with some joy. This time, a planned move right through the middle, and it was just perfectly timed. Beautiful pass there from Liam Knight. And then Trbojevic been there all day in support. And then on to Nico Hines. Kick is converted, 6-0.
As we see the bench here for the visitors. Great little spine being displayed here. I really like what I'm seeing here from Hines. Played fullback last week, as we mentioned. Then an injury to the halfback, saw him move from fullback to half. But gee, the way that Trbojevic playing, you want to get the ball to him all day, all day.
Yeah, I think Will Purcell's done some fantastic work because they know how much Trbojevic is an impact player and plays well. But they play away from him on occasion. They come back to him when they need a big result. And that's the other thing. You don't overplay your hand, realising that it's always going to be down the one side with Trbojevic. Great work by the Manly side, and in particular the spine.
Well, just looking at the table here for the under-20s, coming into round 20, and you know, big ups to the North Queensland Cowboys. The club is really on fire at the moment, both in the top side and in the under-20s. The 20s sitting second on the table. The competition is being led by the Penrith Panthers, then Brisbane, Canberra, the Warriors in 5th, Manly Warringah in 6th. But they are playing for a spot in the top 4 as we see Manly with the football now. 10 short of the halfway, 10 in from the eastern touchline. Beautiful day down here in Auckland. Those of you who are watching the early game at home, suggest you pack up the kids and come on down. It'll be a great afternoon. Of course, it's a triple header today too. The New South Wales Cup, the main game, due for kick-off at 5 o'clock. The Warriors at home again next Saturday against Cronulla. The following week against St George down in the capital too. So all you Wellingtonians will be able to get a dose of Warrior action. And I think the last home game, August the 22nd, scheduled here against the Cowboys, which will be a doozy as well. So with the ball now, Warriors and Samisi Tyrell with the carry. Will play it 35 metres out and looking for some work down the right side. The Warriors' defence is strong from Manly. This is Devanga again. He'll play it on the 30-metre line with a quick play of the ball. Out it comes to Afua.
I think the other thing with Afua too is to make sure he takes someone with him and also has that ball in 2 hands and looks to particularly pass or throw a dummy or just shape as though he's going to do something else besides run direct and strong.
Big reps on the attitude that Chris Seal is displaying too with his work as the Warriors find themselves just 5 metres out from the try line. This will squeeze Tyrell into the dummy half position across to Clark. And a cross-field kick. Where are the chasers? Plenty of tall runners. And great work as well here by Demetrio. Consistent and smart. He'll take it 15 metres out. Wants to go on with it. The big fella will play the football and Manly survive. This run is with Shaq Wise. Demetrio there. Big Addison.
You see consistent, smart, but you forgot to say strong was Dimitri. Very strong, gifted player.
Dimitri OU at the back of his surname. Māori language, that'd be sort of O. Dimitri O. I've been impressed here. Give us your read of the Manly start to the game, please, Owen.
Look, they haven't fired, I guess, all cylinders straight away, but they're getting some real joy with that inside ball. Again, Trbojevic just hanging around there, sniffing around the tiring defenders of the Warriors through the middle. So they're certainly gaining some confidence. The Warriors are going to have to be very stout in their defence, particularly in that middle third through to half-time.
Stay in, ball in.
Hold for it, guys. Hold.
Ball in now.
Hold.
Stay in, out.
So the Warriors, well, they just need to keep their cool here. A long way to go to get the 2 points here today. It's Tuolima. He was in at the moment in number 16, played for Manly. We are reminded as we see a peel away from Christopher Seal. Out of dummy half is Tavanga. Again, some good meterage from the co-captain. That ball's been stripped. It'll earn a penalty. Penalty's 5-4 now in favour of the visitors.
When you think about the last 4 times they've played here, they haven't got a win, haven't got a result. Maybe it's because of players much like that. They haven't been passing the ball amongst themselves. Maybe it's a different mindset. Because when we see when they're playing overseas...
We've got a captain's challenge by Manly. They wish to challenge the decision of penalty strip.
Well, you would have heard the referee here.
Challenge.
So we'll just give us a chance to go up and
It stops.
get some professionalism. Steve Folkes, the video referee today, and of course the captain's challenge applicable only in the under-20s at the moment. The Manly Connections saying no strip.
We'll go through the process.
Irrespective.
Well, I think
That's a strip all day, I think, there, Dale.
I'd have to agree.
Just a little... Ooh, maybe from that angle it's a little bit less obvious. But I think it's that little bit of the flick at the end there, perhaps dislodging the ball.
Okay, process has gone through. The decision's going to stand. It's been supported by the evidence. Right. Enough with Liam. Okay, it's on you now. Yep. Keep him quiet.
So that's a penalty?
Yes, penalty strip. Decision stands.
Okay, just wait.
Just wait. Hold here, Manly.
Okay. Have some decent discussion before you decide to go upstairs, I think. Anyway, on a shortened run. Look at this.
Great run.
Good carry. 3 defenders.
13, 1 step. Good go.
Now for the Warriors. Seal down the right-hand side. Charging onto it is Ogden. He'll try and free his arms. Muscled to ground here as 3 Sea Eagles put him away. Just a couple of metres out from the try line. Poor pass, but the Warriors might recover. Out the back comes Tavanga. He'll be content to take the tackle. 12 out from the line. Options right and left. Numbers down the left-hand side to Clark first up. Backdoor play and coming onto this Tyrell. He's running towards the touchline, drops it back on the inside where Pearsall comes up with the football. The Warriors butcher a chance to have a set close to the line. The Sea Eagles survive it, and this time the carries Trbojevic again.
Well, I'm not sure what's happened in training with this junior Warriors side, because I can tell you they don't want to play with each other. They don't want to help each other out in terms of doing the hard work and spreading the workload. Some big, powerful runs by a number of players throughout the day. But it'd be even better if they could link. Run in twos, work off each other.
You're spot on there, Monty. It's like they're trying to use their power or their strength to bust the line open as individuals, as opposed to executing their plays that they would have worked on during the week.
So Manly, they're ahead on all the stats at the moment. Possession, missed tackles, 9 already for the home team. Back rower on the carry. Darcy Cox will take it to 30 metres or so. Hugh Pratt pointing. Then will deliver. Nice ball to Liam Knight. Gets the ball back and straightening up as Hines again. He's the danger man. He's got to be watched. And it's 4 who gets hold of Hines. Will tackle him 12 out from the line. Got to be a chance here, Manly. Pratt with the dummy. Away from one. He's lost the football. And it will be a scrum with the Warriors feed. Pratt's eyes widened as the try line loomed.
Wow, it's a shame they didn't go out back door on their play previous to that. It was some beautiful shape by this Manly side. But still Pratt getting out, as all good dummy halves do. He shaped it past, came back on his inside, realised it wasn't on. We've got a loose boot to ball. Opportunity lost there for this Manly side, still 6-0.
Lacking a bit of cohesion at the moment. This Warriors team that impressed so much a week back. This is Susamia. 2 electric runs for 4-pointers last week. He's had few opportunities so far this afternoon. Dallas Coyne is on in jersey 16, a hulking young fella. Tavanga looked to slip. There's Seal does the distribution, and this is New Corder. A stint with the Roosters, he was telling me, and SG Ball some time back. And slow to his feet this time is Toilima, formerly with the Sea Eagles himself. News that Lingy Sao is coming back to the Warriors as well. Of course, you'll remember Lingy from his runs with the under-20s 2 seasons back. Pleased to see him in the top side for Manly, but now moving back home, and a bit saddened to lose Ngani Loma because he's got a great young character. Certainly wish him well, and same with Dom Peru. We're moving on.
Yeah, Dominic Peru will be a great hit up there in the Super League. St Helens going to a fine club. It's a very good kid in terms of what he wants to do and how energetic he is on the field, no matter what position you play him in.
You know, I've liked his attitude too. You know, perhaps hasn't had the chances that he might have hoped for when he first came to the club. Had a lot of New South Wales Cup, but you've never heard him moaning about that, have we? Here's Demetrio now again on the far side, but possibly just trying to be a little bit overly ambitious that time around.
He's a good tackle by Bantia Fire. I'm not sure what he's doing so far out there on the wing. Still, it's a tough task to tackle his centre, that man there, Demetriou. But he got the job done, and now it's up to the Warriors to bring the ball out of their end. Still haven't seen many passes from them in yardage, and I think that's going to be the key, just to change it up a little bit now, because I think the Manly side have got their measure in defence, and it gets worse. Let's kick out on the full down.
Yeah, well, that's the second one we've seen from Aaron Clark, so a little errant in his direction. A lot to learn for the youngster. Got plenty of time where he can refine his game in the under-20s division. It's not one of his best kicks. Only missed it by a metre or so, but back to the 35-metre mark. Warriors end of the ground. Going to play the ball centre field and 30 metres. Really good opportunity here for the Sea Eagles. Trbojevic loads up on the inside for Demetrio. He's through one, and away he goes, the big fella. Almost to the line. Oh, the Warriors desperate. It was Tavanga who kept them at bay. Might concede a penalty here. Referee allows it to go on. Pratt to Pearsall now. Straightens, isolated, and then engulfed as the Warriors taught him. Put him away. Right out from the line now. Great chance. This is Hines. And Nico Hines sends it back on the inside. Again with the football, this time is Coyne, I think. He'll get to play it to Pratt now. Right in front of the posts. Out it comes for Pearsall. Now Trbojevic. And he too is halted 5 away from the try line. Manly running hot. Pearsall, grubber kick, no one home. And Abbey says thanks so much. No pressure on Abbey. Had a clear run to collect the football. The Warriors working away from their danger zone down the right edge to New Corder, and he's to ground 20 metres out from his own line.
After a set that promised so much, there was a pour into it there, but this is the great run from Demetriou, a guy that's been damaging with the ball in hand. Like you said, Dale, he's a big boy, especially be out there in the centres. Probably a bit more of an old school sort of build, but he's causing a lot of headaches for this young Warriors side.
Sure what he's weighing in at, but I like seeing big centres. You know, just the block-busting effort that is needed. I'm picking that Coach David Heath will be a little bit disappointed that the Manly squad haven't capitalised on some good field position. Certainly they have the one try that was after quarter game time. Hines scoring, some great lead-up work from Pearsall and also the fullback, Trbojevic. 6-0 with the Warriors now. We're just on 7 to play till half-time. David Heath might have expected more, Owen.
Yeah, certainly. You're exactly right. They've had opportunities to put some pressure on the Warriors, but just let them off, and in turn the Warriors can't seem to get to an end of their set, and just allowing the Manly side back down their half. But getting a penalty on the 5th tackle will certainly give them a chance to score points before the break.
Well, the big centre for Manly listed at 103, but that was early in the season, might have put a little bit on. Here in the Warriors, they can really make you pay too, as Chris Seor gets hold of the football, and this time it's Tualima. 5 metres out from the try line for a 4 this time, and Bunty trying to barge his way across. Seal, right side, Mikaele Beattie, not played at, and now it is tackle one, and it is Manly who have the football through. Luke Garner, that'll meet you, shunting the defenders who come at him, in particular Beattie.
I've got to say, Dale, all too predictable, I should say, by this Warriors side. All pretty much one out, not passing the ball amongst him, not even getting into good shape. By not getting into good shape, it means that defenders can bunch up and really get on defenders.
Here he is again. It's Trbojevic, got the wheels. Here's the chase, and he schools Abby around. And what a run. He's been the class act of the half anyway. And Tom Trbojevic, for the length of the field run, beautiful. Referee checking with his touch judges and says that's all right. Try number 2. Took a while to come, 35 minutes in.
Wow, Trbojevic. How fast is he? I would have liked to see that race go on for a little bit longer, but it didn't even look like a contest. Didn't even look close as he just cruised across that line to score an easy try for this Manly side. It went pretty much 100 metres there. Nice little short play. It's the inside ball that's caused havoc all day. No room to move there whatsoever. Lafaele, poor attack, but Abbey just got left further and further behind as this man, Owen, just scored with such fine pace.
Well, they were having some joy through that middle with that inside ball. The Warriors had an opportunity to score points down the other end, only tackles before. And then Manly, well, they switched from defence to attack perfectly. The Warriors, again, lazy and slack in the middle third, and they've certainly been made to pay there.
Well, it's just great to see that line, and Trbojevic been working it all day. Pearsall, Hines have been great getting the ball to him, but this time around split them open and then used his pace and stretched it away. Lovely play from him. And looking to add the extras as well, just running through some of their hard workers. Knight, Pratt. This is Pratt with the conversion. No mistake, 12-0, and the Warriors again in trouble on their home patch. It used to be a fortress. At the moment, teams are noting that the home team vulnerable at times as we get another look at a young talent in full flight.
Maybe it's the pressure. Maybe that's why this young Warriors side are trying to play basic football, one-out stuff, trying to work themselves into the match. But this is not what wins them games, especially on the road. It works here. This is the fortress that normally they play so well at when they pass the ball, when they're on their game, when they have shape, when they have their second phase. At the moment, it's all too predictable, and Manly are just eating it up.
Well, I'll tell you what, 2 younger brothers as well. I'm looking forward to seeing the younger ones come through as well, the Trbojevics. He's run 185 metres on his 7 carries. So the kid's got some talent and a willingness to get involved. He's certainly one of the linchpins here for what's been a fine first half performance. This is Jai Seymour who plays the ball, and then Liam Knight continues to impress with his 13 carries for 87 metres plus 24 tackles. Knight. No wonder he's in the New South Wales 20s. And another opportunity. Here he comes again. Double trouble and double quick time. And it's Trbojevic under the posts.
Well, we spoke about how good this Manly side looks. The spines, the opposition taking they take. The big players, Trbojevic and that man, Demetriou. Probably a build of Owen Craigie if we go back many years ago, that centre-type build. But, geez, he's got great footwork. Hard to tackle, not much of a target area there. He's not long and lanky. But this kid, when he's out there showing his pace and speed, he's just cruising. Nice change of angle. Demetriou, ball change. Bumps off one, goes through Bunty Afo, who's been great in defence all day. This kid looms up once again, Trbojevic. I wonder how fast he really is, Owen.
Yeah, look, they're a very good footy side, Manly. They started the season with 6 or 7 wins on the trot, and Trbojevic was a big key to that. Then he pushed up to first grade. It was no coincidence that they dropped a few games and slid down the table, but with him back in the side, they certainly have some confidence, and right across the park, they've got some threat. Again, conversion taken, 18-0 to Manly.
What a first half performance, and much of it to do with this young man. He's been outstanding. Certainly the first grade experience invaluable as he comes back into this competition, and he has certainly carved. This guy too has had an awesome first half performance. It's the Demetriou, and the Warriors shell shot. Tommy Trbojevic, 225 metres beside his name now. What a find he has been from the Manly Vale club. I'm looking forward to seeing some more of him in the second half. Excitement machine. 22 metres out from the try line. Manly dead set dishing it out today to this home squad, the Warriors, who looked so good last week. Form up and down. Came into this game with 4 losses in a row on the home pitch. That's unheard of. And now they really do have their work cut out for them if they're going to get 2 points here this afternoon. Great play from David Heath's young Manly Warringah squad. Hugh Pratt puts a kick over the top, and Susamia will take it about 10 metres from his own line. Looking at the clock too, just doesn't want to make any mistakes. They'll go into the sheds. Calvin Wright might give them a bit of a rack up here because, you know, this is their fortress, and at the moment they are being somewhat embarrassed by a Manly team who's just really all over them. Possession stats, completions, missed tackles, 19-4. It's the Warriors on that side of the ledger.
Well, Dale, one team's playing footy, one team's not. One team's playing one-out stuff. On occasion looking like a game of bull rush on a lunchtime at primary school. Once again, you can't fault the determination of this guy. Bunts out 4, going forward and going hard. But it's the smart football that's going to pay off.
An intriguing match here in the under-20s Holden Cup round 20. The Warriors down by 18-0 as the Sea Eagles lead at halftime. But they've still got a long way to go.
Oh, look, it's one thing to give out the directions and really give it to the players within the change room, but it's up to the players themselves to take it on board, the challenge, to face up and give it the best. And I think from what I saw there, and judging from the body language, this side is up for this one.
Well, this man's tried hard, but he needs someone to go with him. Bunty R4 again. That's his 12th carry for 75 metres. But there have been some really big efforts through the forwards. Knight, 27 tackles. Pratt, 24. So the Manly Warringah Sea Eagles juniors playing out of their skins here at the moment. And I tell you what, Calvin Wright, he will expect a little bit more from a team that played so strong 1 week ago. And looking down the barrel now of their 5th consecutive home ground loss. Up to play the ball is Chris Seal. But like the Warriors, wouldn't be at all surprised to see them score early in the second half. We'll go down to Arwen in a moment. He's had his ear to the huddles, so to speak, as we see Seal feeding and now Abbey putting the kick up. Well done at the back for Luke Garner, who comes up with the ball in our 4, will put Garner away, centre field, and 15 metres.
I was hoping after the first half we'll see a bit of ball playing from this Warrior side. Yeah, they're running direct, they're running straight, they're running hard. You don't always have to pass the ball, but you've got to have people pushing up with you to have that option there to pretend to pass, to throw the dummies, shape up, and run hard and straight. So a little bit worried still from what I'm seeing at the moment, Dale.
You're a bit critical of the one-out running of the Warriors. They need to get some rhythm on and playing in pairs. No offloading at the moment, very few offloads. In fact, only 5. 13 Manly have put on so far today, as you see a pensive Calvin Wright in the coach's box. 42 metres out from the try line now. That would really make it difficult for the home team if the Sea Eagles were to come up with try number 4 early in this second half. There's a mistake on the far side for Susamia, but again, just as he was penalised himself early in the first half, the same applies. He's in the air when the tackle comes through, and the Warriors will get a penalty. Billy Shack-Wise is the man penalised as the Warriors kick towards the eastern touchline and will take receipt of the football 40 from their line.
Good opportunity now for this Warrior side to see what they do. First up tap, ball in hand. Not too unsurprising and not giving me too much faith in what I'm seeing here. Another one-out run there, Dal. Still not too much shade out there on the right.
Tuolima, good carry, 30 metres out from the try line. Penalty number 2 for the second half. That'll make it 6-all. And the penalty count, Dallas Coyne, who is singled out. The Warriors have it. Co-captain Tavanga showing some hot stepping skills again as Liam Knight wraps him up upstairs, and Pratt downstairs makes the tackle. Aaron Clark does well. BT on the inside for Abbey. The ball's gone forward. Here he is again. Here's the danger man. He's got plenty of pace. And Tommy Trbojevic is away again. This is try number 3. What a run. What a player.
Wow, that's the fastest player I've seen this year, bar any grade, live. Trbojevic ran with ease, with pace, with no even thought of being tackled. He knew he was in for a try, Owen. To have that pace, an amazing feeling.
Yeah, look, outstanding. I actually saw him coming out at half-time, or after half-time. He's a big lad, real tall, strapping bloke. He's certainly got a big career ahead of him, but again, the Warriors come up with an error, and straight on the back of that, Manly pounce. This young kid, certainly a joy to watch, and he's going to go places. He's got a big future ahead of him, already playing first grade. He was talked to maybe play first grade today if Cherry Evans wasn't there, but certainly doing a job for this under-20 side.
Well, Cherry Evans contributed greatly to the under-20s when he was back in that division as well. I think he might still be the highest point scorer, actually, for the Manly under-20s, but this kid, many regarding as the heir apparent to Brett Stewart. Remarkable performance from him so far this afternoon. The Warriors conceding a try 3 minutes into the second half. 22-0 with Hugh Pratt from right on the sideline here in the western touchline. It's right home with him. It skews away to the left-hand side. And so no addition to the scoreline, but there's the man of the moment. Tommy Trbojevic. The inside ball for that man, Brad Abbey, scooped on by the classy fullback for the Sea Eagles.
Well, we saw the commands being spoken in the change rooms at half-time for the Manly side. It's what you need right now from the spine, from the leaders within this young Warriors team, is to really send the messages out, look for the leaders to face up, because 305 metres from Trbojevic, that is amazing stuff with still plenty of time left on the clock.
I tell you what, let's set some sort of record here today. 3 tries, class act. Now, this will test the character of this young Warriors squad. And even if they do go down in the match and not come away with the 2 points, Coach Kelvin Wright is looking for attitude, looking for discipline, and he's looking for commitment here. So there's still a lot to play for, even though the 2 points seem a mountain range away. 5 short of the halfway line. Glad to have you along here this afternoon. Just like to acknowledge an old club, an old rugby league identity for one of our local clubs here in Auckland, the Bay Roskell. I'm talking about a man they call Cowboy Griffin. He's in his 90s now, and they are dedicating the electronic scoreboard today at the Bay Roskell Club to Mr. Griff, his wife, for years, Bay Roskell people. That ball's gone forward as we see a bit of freedom here from Manly Warringah. They look at the scoreboard and think, well, here's our chance to do all the things on a football field we've ever dreamed about.
Very nice. You talk about Bay Roskell, that's where I first started my days as a junior footballer. This kid has been amazing down the left side still. An old school sort of centre build, an Owen Craigie like, and he's just as damaging as Owen Craigie, the Newcastle star, was. Young Demetriou, and also making his presence felt in defence there, getting his shoulder in, and it's a big shoulder at that, Dale.
So here's Brad Abbey. He's got to get a little more involved, Brad. He's got plenty of skill, a lot to offer. As Samisi Tyrell flattened out form-wise a little bit in the middle of the year, and now Abbey just trying to create some spark.
I think this whole Warriors side, they've been trying very hard today, but it's just about being relaxed, being a bit more composed, and being a bit smart with the ball in hand. Working off the back of a positive go-forward play. As we've seen here, they make a dent. Great offload. Second phase, we haven't seen a lot of that. And
Tilly passed it to himself as he got it from Tuilima late. And here's Abbey again. He stepped up into the line a bit more, and that was played out and then a forward pass. So,
Jesus played out. 6 to go. So he missed that sign, and then Samisi Tyrell also could have got back on side. As you see the deflection taken then. Samisi could have pushed up with it, called the ball, but at very least hold of that ball, Tyrone Nathan. Has been good off the bench today, been trying to work as hard as he can to contribute. Still, once again, we're talking about smarts throughout a course of a match. And the Warriors, although the effort is there, they haven't been playing smart enough.
Well, Kelvin Wright would have been disappointed with an 18-0 deficit at half-time, Owen, and more cause for concern early in the second.
Yeah, exactly. they're not putting any pressure on Manly. They're trying hard, like Monty said, but it's certainly not getting the job done. They haven't dominated in the middle, out wide, coming up with errors. Here we see a dangerous tackle. Player getting lifted. Spin him over here. Certainly not what we like to see nowadays.
Lucky could have been a little more dramatic. It could have attracted more attention, to be honest. But I will take my hat off here to Jazz Davanga. He's got 118 metres beside his name off his 16 carries, so a willingness to get involved here, but he needs some more of his teammates to go with him.
13 to step, 13, go.
So you see the ball movement from this Manly side, Dale. So what that means is the whole line has to come up, the whole line has to work. When it's one out type of running stuff, it's only the defenders directly in front of you that has to come off the line and work. So that's what they're doing with this ball movement. They're really putting the pressure on this Warriors side and making everyone work and take energy from their tank.
So here they are, the Sea Eagles. Camped 15 metres out from the try line as Pratt works his magic with Hines. They're coming at it again. This is great footy. Really entertaining football from the Sea Eagles. Luke Garner to play at 5 metres from the try line, and there's a burrowing 4-pointer. Straight at it too, and Demetrio. What a player he is today. He's been awesome. Overshadowed somewhat by Trbojevic, but Demetrio has been terrific in his own right today.
Oh, he was always going to go then, Dal. There's no thought that he's going to pass the ball. I don't think he even looked up or try to create a bit of deception. He just buried his head and says, try and stop me if you can. But it was the first nice sort of shift out wide. The great skip ball out to the left. Quick play of the ball here, but he knew straight away. Didn't even have a look up. As I thought, straight through 3 or 4 defenders there. Remember, the ball was the threat straight away. You can't look to where the ball is going to be passed. Tried very hard to cover that up, but it's just that power of this man once again, Owen. Too difficult to stop.
Yeah, done a great job, didn't he? Got nice and low under the tacklers. Propelled his way down towards the line. Very impressed with this Manly side. They play a real up-tempo game, spreading the ball. They're all on song in the second half. First 20 minutes, it took them a while to get into it, but once they hit their rhythm, they're a very, very nice team to watch.
And the 2 points are added as well by Hugh Pratt. He grazed the left hand upright, but through for the 2 points. So kicking out to 28 points to nil. Who would have thought? Coming off the back of a good win last week, and the Warriors being schooled here by this Manly team, fighting for a place in the top 4. And it's been a wonderful performance. So Demetrio showing his class from close range. He's a big guy, big thighs, had that leg drive to get in and go underneath the attempted tackles of the Warriors. Played his junior footy in Bankstown. He's already had a run with the Roosters in the as a teenager. And now with the Sea Eagles, a name to watch out for. A couple of classy acts here today. I've been really impressed by Hines as well as Adam again. Gee, he's been good. Here we go. Oh, Tommy. He's back with it again. He's got the dummy. And Tommy Trbojevic, you are too much, my man. He's in to score again.
Wow. That's all I have to say. Wow, short, precise, but to the point, because this kid is amazing. And I think he's going to hit 500 metres today. I really do think he's going to get there. 370 metres again. 4 tries, Owen Goodenbill. What more can this kid do?
Oh, stop it. He's just too good, isn't he? It's just pretty to watch. He's having fun out there. Just he glides across the field, and look at the support play. Again, poor defence from the Warriors. One out, trying to force the situation, and then once the ball gets in his hands, he weighs up the situation, puts it in 2 hands, throws the dummy, and then just pins his ears back. It really is pretty.
Well, I tell you what, you know, we're just witnessing a real class act in the emergence of a talent we can enjoy maybe for a decade to come. Speaking with our lovely cameraman up here, Gus, too. He's a legend in rugby league coverage in New Zealand and on Sky Sport. Gus, he leans over, says, gee, he looks like Brett Mullins, doesn't he, from Canberra?
Mullins! Heard that name many a time over the years. A great player, and you're not too far wrong there, Gus, in terms of they got plenty of similarities. Very good.
I'll tell you one benefit for the Warriors, or one plus for the Warriors, is that in this form, Churbohovic's not playing first grade today, because he's in fine touch.
He's just got all the skills, hasn't he? The one-handed carry. He's just, you know, a talent. No big head about him. There he is.
There's Gus.
Away. It was good to see you on the TV, Gus. Yeah, but Mullins was wonderful, wasn't he?
Oh,
This young fella. Reasons to be cheerful. He's got it again.
I reckon there'll be 5 reasons to be cheerful. 5 tries in 500 metres. I think that's the goal, and I think this kid is going to go very close to getting those numbers here today.
Remarkable effort from as we say, he's just stepped back. Just looking at the most tries in a match. I think we could be looking at a record here. Certainly 4 tries. If he gets another, he will hold that mantle on his own. I think a number of guys in the 20s have scored 4, but gee, he's been good.
Wait for it. Wait for the tap. Yep.
Just the variety of player around the ruck and around dummy half is nice, whether it be Pratt or the players around him calling the plays, something behind the markers, some change of angles, some twos. It just really puts the defence in 2 minds. When you're just pairing up, running one off each time, it's easy to get back, get off the line with no real thought of being stepped or evaded. So much easier to put the shoulder in. Nice play from this Manly side.
We've got the number 17 on, Liam Knight. He came in with some big raps as well. You can sense that Peter Hickey might be in some trouble with this sort of form being displayed by Trbojevic for those outside spots. Moses Nerval-McGrail is on the field as well as we see Pearsall put it into the in goal. Perhaps the first mistake of the game. Looking back, 3 tries in that first half, 18-0 at the break, 3 more already in the second, and we haven't got to 3/4 time as we see Abbey setting a light Susamia down that left side.
Wonderful work from this young Warrior side. They could have been feeling sorry for themselves. Bradley Abbey takes the ball, goes away for a quick start, and Susamia, they find themselves already 30 metres away from the try line. Great work from those young men.
So Samisi Tyrell will play it for Abbey, and now on to Aaron Clark. It's the flat pass for Beattie, the straight run for Ogden. Nice play out wide. This is New Kore. 15 metres from the try line. Surely the Warriors will be hoping to get across the line. But for nothing more than a little bit of confidence, they'll be feeling pretty low on it at the moment as we see a darting run from Christopher Seal towards the line. It comes up just a metre or so short. Play the ball for Beattie, goes to dummy half. The runners are there. Tavanga gets it across, and here is the first try. It is off Ogden, who will get the first try for the Warriors. It took 56 minutes, and finally, they are on the board, 34-4.
Well, we spoke about them working hard, and that's what they've done today. Not always playing the right brand of football that we've liked to see or accustomed to seeing over many years, but a great try there by a deserving person. Ogden did wonderful things today. Here we go, straight at dummy half, sniping with some wonderful things. Coming up short. Jazz Tavanga with the pass. Off Hickey Ogden. Doing enough to get across the line.
Well, they made to earn that try, weren't they? The first points of the game. The Warriors, we're talking up tries. There's actually been 5 players that have scored 5 tries in a match, Dale. One player this year has actually done it, and would you believe Tom Trbojevic has actually scored 4 tries in round 1 this year against Parramatta, so he hasn't scored 5, but he's certainly on track.
Thank you, mate. You must have an iPad down there. You've got that stuffed under your jersey somewhere. He has indeed. So looking for the extras now, Mikhaili Beattie. A winter's day here, bit of cloud around, but very pleasant.
All right, Owen, you got some odds there on Trbojevic scoring 5 tries today?
Well, you'd have to say that he's a good chance. I think they've stopped betting on that. They've closed up shop.
Stay on side, Manly.
So Robbie Mears is back, eh? And Jason Deeth, all his good characters from the Warriors' 20-year history. It'll be quite an afternoon here at the stadium.
Monsters, is it true he's going to land in a helicopter, drop off the ball, the doctor?
The doctor. Well, I don't know. I saw a pic come through last night from PJ Marsh having dropped them off home, and he looked like he couldn't get up at all. He was really tired and he was really fast asleep on there, and I'm sure he would have done that many years ago. Don't know if he can back up again today.
Here's Ogden. 201 players have worn the Warriors' first-grade strip during that 20 years. And, Owen was saying probably around 50 of them are still playing somewhere around the footy traps. A little knock on and they play the ball, so things just aren't going right, are they? Let's have a look at some of the stats. Missed tackles now mounting up for the Warriors. 29 offloads favouring Manly, 15. Warriors 7. Possession up towards 60% for the team that is leading now by 34 points to 6. It's been a strong performance. 370 metres beside Trbojevic name, 150 Demetrio, and 138 already too, plus 31 tackles and 19 carries for the man who came in with big raps. We're talking Liam Knight. The Warriors contesting that.
Yeah.
What's the referring to there?
I'm thinking that it's come off the boot, so I'm sort of, you know, perhaps getting caught thinking out loud there, Dale.
It's okay, it sort of sounded interesting. So the Warriors probably get the ball here now.
Okay, decision's overturned. So there was no knock on, so we restart with a scrum for the Warriors.
So give them a foot up. Already scoring a try, you feel good. Get that bit of confidence about yourself. Captain's challenge work here, so let's see what these young boys have got in terms of a reply.
Because there's no structured restart, we have to restart with a scrum.
From the first tackle?
Yeah, from the scrum. Well, it's during the play, that's the way it is.
Will Pearsall.
Okay, the Warriors retain their second challenge.
And they're just questioning the referee and the decision to have a scrum, which will see a full set for the Warriors at close range. Bit of a leg up, it might be, but I might need more than a leg up. I almost need a fireman's ladder to get back into this one. 25 metres out from the try line. Can the Warriors go back-to-back with a try? You know, the sort of outfit where things can happen quickly.
Without a doubt. With confidence, with a bit of momentum, this side can put on tries in a short period of time. But I can tell you what, if they're not going to pass the ball, there's no chance of that happening here today.
It's a poor pass. Beautifully picked up in the end by Tavanga. Has been one of the best for the home team today, the co-captain. Great defence shown on him too by Billy Bainbridge. Some say is a really wonderful talent on and off the field. Will be a future leader of the club as we see a hole open up there for Amone Tufua. He's only 5 metres out from the try line. Clark will get it for BT. Chance here for the Warriors. Here is Abby. Abby with the nice ball to New Kore. The Warriors are in. And now you just get the feeling that they'll start to put some on. Nothing to lose here when they look at the scoreboard. And they're a very dangerous team when that is the case. There is your try scorer, Marata New Kore. He will score at 10 in from the western touchline with Mikare Beatty looking to add the extras.
Oh, isn't it funny what happens when you pass the ball? They pass the ball, big shift all the way to the left. They shift the ball to the right once again before they come to the block-busting run here. Dropped it short. We'll see what the ref is going to say. Looking for an obstruction. We hear.
I detect a bit of gamesmanship here from Pearsall. Just wanting to address the growing momentum of the Warriors. Looked out, there's some yelling and screaming in the background here from the commentary position. I thought it was a case of domestic violence. It's not at all, it's the coach's box.
It's the coach's box, and he's been very, let's say, passionate about his side all day. A lot to say. From me, I think that's a try. There's no way that he could have come across.
No, in their opinion, he's not going to get across to make the tackle.
There you
So decision stands. Manly have no more challenges.
20 minutes of football.
Yeah.
Still a long way behind. This Warriors team are capable of some remarkable performances as we've witnessed across the years. Here's Beattie. No extras there, still 24 points in it.
And I think that's the smarts of Will Purcell there, as we see why the try still stood, because there was a sense of obstruction, but that was fine. There's no way the defender would have got across. But smarts from the captain there, Will Purcell, realising that the momentum is potentially going to shift. He's going to try and get that try disallowed to put a stop and a halt to all this momentum that the Warriors side has found, this newfound sense of urgency and of good play.
I won't bother saying anything about that. All right, here we go. 10 metres out from the try line, and it's Manly with the football. This time, Moses Nuiva-McGrail, Avondale College, played a little ball at Richmond as well, so that's a definite Kiwi connection as we come across to Nico Hines. Pirouetting, then under some pressure. And offside, so another penalty here. That will be penalty number 10 for Manly.
1 foot on the line here, Warriors, all the way.
24 points, 2 points, I suppose would be valuable. Is that the way that they will read it? And Hugh Pratt will go for the gimme from right in front.
Yeah, this is a smart outfit. Not only the way that they play, but realising the position they are on the board, what they need to do with the points in hand, also slow this game down, kick the goal, reset, go again, take away a bit of the sting from the Warriors side. You can see there Clark putting his head up, taking his eye off the ball even before he had caught it, and he's not too happy. He knows that in a crucial part of the game, he should have taken that catch.
Here's Pratt, he's got some impressive stats, 32 tackles. Not his role to do the hit-ups, pretty good with the boot. And those extras make it just a little tougher for the Warriors in the unlikely event that they were to score the 4 tries and to convert them all. That would have gotten the 24. Now they need 26 points. 36 points to 10. When you spend a bit of time at Manly, it's a very proud club, one of the marquee clubs of the NRL. It's fostered a lot of great juniors. I wonder, when you were there and as you've watched them over the last couple of decades, when you see the strength of the club overall is not just the top side, but in their ability to bring on young juniors.
Yeah, look, it's a fantastic place to learn your trade. It's not the biggest catchment area in terms of their junior development, but yeah, it's one of those clubs that people love to play for. When you're in Sydney, everyone else hates you. But yeah, very fond memories of my time there, and certainly when you look at the players that have come through wearing a Manly jersey, this young man on screen right now is certainly one to watch out for.
Of course, we've got a lot of Kiwi connections across the years. Stevie Matai, remember him from the Marist Richmond Bartercard Cup days before he went over there. And gee, he's still regarded last week, focus in the league press. The hitman of the last decade, Steve.
Certainly put a lot of people on notice, coming down the left-hand flank, coming off his line. The big exponent of the shoulder charge before that was taken away from the arsenal of Matai and some of the other good defenders.
So up to play the ball is Paul Ulberg, Abbey to dummy half, and now to Fua. He's wrapped up on the 20-metre line.
Paulie, it's going to come down your edge, Paul, stay alive.
Standing 6 tries to 0 for the visitors here. After 52 minutes, 34 points to 0. It's a good little run too. Darting out the middle, and Lafayette finds himself a couple of metres inside enemy territory. The Warriors playing for pride now, and that pass, debatable. Allberg's got plenty of talent and pace. Trbojevic. Luke Garner. Garner, the left wing back from an ankle injury, and he seems to be slightly inconvenienced too after that tackle. As we see Pratty's lost the football, it'll be a Warriors ball centre field, and Lafayette gets forward, tackled midway.
He's off the bench, so there, Dal. He needs to do that. Lafayette scored a great try last week against the Roosters. Those little sniping runs can bring the side home and spur them on.
Boltuli. 7 or 8 players from the under-20 squad have had a stint up in New South Wales Cup duty, as we see Tyrone Nathan. The player 25 metres from the line. I think there's more points in the Warriors. This is Brad Abbey, and on to Tyrell. A bit of a ding-dong battle out wide there with Jesse Ramian. Tyrell to play at 5 metres from the try line. Abbey, first receiver, goes across, throws a little dummy to ground now, 10 metres out from the try line. A forward run is something of a decoy here. First receiver, one right. It comes to Clark and then Beattie. The cut-out ball for New Corner. The ball is down. And play on, I think. On a turnover anyway. Last play, Manly with it. 15 from their line, sideline Arwen.
Yeah, frustrating there for the Warriors. They're trying as best they can, but things just aren't happening for them. Individually, they're putting efforts in, but their execution at times hasn't been great.
Glad to have your company here on Sky Sport. A reminder, we're the first game of a triple header. New South Wales Cup action soon. Main game, 5 o'clock. And don't forget, of course, then down to Napier, the first time 2 NRL games have been played in New Zealand on the same day. And you'll get all the action on the home of the NRL here in NZ. Sky Sport. Up the middle. Nicky Lynn this time. It's his 8th carry. Relatively quiet, eclipsed somewhat by his propping partner, Knight. Been wonderful touch. 22 carries for 148 metres and 36 big tackles as well. This is him in frame right now. New South Wales 20s. Young man to watch in the years ahead, no doubt. Liam Knight. Well, it comes to Hines. Cut out ball from Churbohovich. Back to Garner now. And this is danger times because we know that Demetriou is tough, close to the line.
Oh, and once again, no thought of passing. Didn't even look up. Didn't even shape to pass. No subtleties there. Tell you what, a great play would have been him going up and across the line like that with some guys running off his shoulder. I think that'd be a good ploy for this Manly side, and they'll get some joy. Even then, they could throw the dummy out and use his strength and build to get across the line.
Looking ahead at the challenges, of course, the Warriors at home to the Cronulla Sharks next week. Their opponents, Manly. I'll be hosting the Broncos next week at Central Coast. Playing more of the games up there at Central Coast Stadium as well. It's a great facility, just an hour and a half or so north of Sydney. I'm looking for some more action. Brad Abbey has been trying today, but few opportunities.
Yeah, it's been a funny game if you think about the forwards on both sides and the lack of metres across the board. I think Jazz Tavanga is the only forward in the Warriors side to run for over 100 metres, 150 to be exact. And also Knight is the other person in the Manly team that's got over the 100 mark, something you don't normally see in any level.
The Warriors, a long time since, well, I don't know if they've ever lost 5 in a row, to be honest, at home. There's the man of the moment. Trbojevic, Jesse Ramian now with the football, 42 metres out from his own line. Knight again. A Knight in shining armour.
He's been shining today, that's for sure, Dale.
He's been really good, hasn't he?
A very complete player defensively, the ball in hand, bit of footwork around the bit of evasion, also the pass threat, like what I see from the big rangy front row.
Well, the Warriors coming to today's game with 9 wins. Manly just 7. A little bit of confusion close to the line. Cronulla, who front up with the Warriors next week, coming in 12th position with just 6 wins. But the Warriors, well, not the dominant force that they've been in years gone by. We see again this powerhouse. Nice little offload as well. Could easily have been good for Ramian. Looks like the Incredible Hulk. That was Hulk smash. Hulk smash from Demetrio. Here he comes. Missy Tyrell climbing across an attempted tackle, peeling out a dummy half for Samir. Few opportunities today. 7 carries for 92 metres. Completion rates around 70% for both teams. Possession even Steven. Missed tackles 33 for the Warriors. Line breaks 9 for Manly. 19 offloads against 7. And they've run for a amazing metre tally collectively. 1327 metres, Manly. 770 for the Warriors. This is Beattie. The up and under. Churbohovich. Solid at the back. Just trying to find himself into some space. Happy to take the tackle. Player down in back play that needs some attention. We'll just get a handle on who's down in back play there at the moment. That's Trbojevic. 403 metres, 4 tries.
And as a result, getting a bit of cramp, Trbojevic. Struggling with that. Almost a superhuman effort from the young man. Odds-on favourite not so long ago to break the 500 mark in terms of metres and also maybe 5 tries. Still won't rule it out with just over 8 minutes left to play.
That was Knight down in back play. Big square-jawed young fella, isn't he? Here he comes again. The bulldozer. 205 metres for big Addison Demetrio. Solid hit from Susamir here.
Much needed stop to make there. Susamir came in well. Followed the centre in well. Well, he's in there, effort on effort, working hard once again. 2 driving tackles, putting his team on the front foot defensively.
It's been a wonderful performance here. David Heath will take plenty from it. Not many teams come over and sort out the Warriors in this fashion. Sure, teams come and win, but it has really been a dominant performance. Classy showing. We've witnessed some talent that we can enjoy for many years to come by the looks of things. Trbojevic, 1 with 4 tries. Demetrio, outstanding. Nico Hines has been superb in the number 7 jersey today. And Will Pearsall has shown that he's a captain with substance and a whole lot of ability, as we see Brad Abbey clawing another extra couple of metres, not standing straight on. Warriors get a penalty. That's the 8th of the afternoon.
And I think Hugh Pratt too, the sort of unsung hero out there, the other member of the spine in the hooker role, doing wonderful things.
Well, talking with Kelvin prior to the game, Arwen, to manage a team to stay up and be at their best right through the season is probably, you know, a bit naive to think you're able to do that. They're not going to be on top all the way. And so they will have some variances. And this is a try, no? Just checking, held up across the line. Nikuri again.
Okay, it's tackle 2. Number 3 to play the ball.
What do you think Kelvin will take from this?
Yeah, look, it's, I guess, frustrating that they can't get the same form at home that they've had on the road. I guess there's more controllables when you have the team together for a period of time. You can control their eating, their sleeping, all those sorts of patterns when you're away. At home, they certainly haven't gelled over the last couple of months.
Paul Tooley to play the ball. Could be a try in here for the Warriors. You get the feeling that they'll pick up a consolation try, although Manly will be wanting to hold them at bay. That's Pearsall working hard. It's Beattie, wide, beautiful take from Allberg, but it's just drifted forward. He couldn't have done any more, the winger.
Oh, he's nice and calm there, Calvin Wright. He's not one to get up in arms, although he will be disappointed. Come see the short tie play again. Ogden, oh, close one there, Dal. But I guess in the end it was the right call, maybe marginally drifting forward as Allberg pounces on it without any reward. No try.
Wait, 17.
Stop break early on that open side, 11.
Don't want to fall out with the referees unnecessarily. Did seem to just drift forward, but this has been a comprehensive showing here as we come down to the last 5 minutes.
Comprehensive and also attractive showing there from this Manly side. Nice brand of football to watch, some individuals stepping up, but across the board, everyone complimenting each other as a team, knowing their roles and performing them well.
And in a week, Alwyn, it's been very trying for the whole community and the players, no doubt, but also the supporters of the Manly Sea Eagles.
Yeah, it has been an interesting week, hasn't it? Bob Fulton certainly there in charge now and making some changes if they want to move the club forward. So you'd like to think some of these young players will get their opportunity in the not too distant future.
Well, they must have been conscious of it as well, thinking, hey, well, best way to answer critics is on the field, and they've come out here today showing that this tier at least has got some exciting talent, which the club could rely on in the years ahead. Wonderful performance, and if they step into the top 4, to be thoroughly deserving. Joining Penrith and also the Cowboys, will be sitting well. Brisbane, Canberra. The Warriors, though, we know, are also very capable. They came into the final series right at the back end and went on to win it last season, so they certainly can't be discounted, but this is not one of their best performances. Tavunga's been good. That's 175 metres for him, plus 31 tackles, so he can't be faulted for his effort as we see Beattie and now Newcourt. And a good little battle between Newcourt and Demetrio, and a rubber kick through from Mikaele will find Churbohovich at the back. Able to send it across as well, and after the big number 5.
Leave it there. 9.
Paul, walk away.
Top.
Thank you, Paul.
Emotions a bit frayed.
Oh, it's good to see we didn't get into a pushing match there. Just nice and relaxed, the boys, and decided to leave it as it is. It came off the ball or the arm, went high nonetheless, which means it's a penalty. The Manly find them way coming out of their own half. Once again, the spine pretty smart, led by this man, Will Pearsall, the captain. Slowing down the tempo of the game and just closing this game out as you should, realising that you're 16 points ahead.
26 points ahead. Well, it started, took 20 minutes before a try was scored, and that was Hines. It was a goodie too, as we see another little break here, and Manly on the boil. Good run. Little shrug off as well, and stepping back on the inside. Oh, smart football from Dallas Coyne. He's lost it though, right at the last.
Could you see Trbojevic there urging him to pass the ball? He said, give it to me, I want 5. He thought he could get there, though, didn't he? Great break through the middle, Monts.
Yeah, late in the piece, he made a beeline for the middle of the field, as all good fullbacks should. He's there, I'm there, son, give it to me. No. Decides not to give it to him, he wants to go himself, and fair enough, I'm sure he wants his own fair share of possession. There he is. He would have gone in uncontested under the post for try number 5. But it wasn't to be there, Dal.
I think if he had his run again, he would have given it to the fullback. He really should have. Really should have. So it was Hines. The back-to-back tries in the 34th and 37th minutes by Trbojevic was really what started the blitz off. To the sheds at 18-0 was always going to be tough for the Warriors. And then a few moments after the restart, Trbojevic again with another outstanding effort. 5 minutes later, Dimitri burrowed his way over. And then the fullback put the nail in the coffin in the 52nd minute. At that stage, it was 34 points to nil, and the Warriors were done and dusted. They did score 2 consolation tries to their credit, but in the end, too much of a lead that they've given away, as we might see another third. It'll be a deserving run here for Tavanga, who gets him to score underneath the posts. Jazz Tavanga has tried his hardest, and that's great reward for the back rower. 200 metres and a try. 32 tackles off his 24 carries, that 200 metres. Tavanga's in. The conversion should be a gimme.
Those are great numbers, Dal, and if you think about the story of this man, he came to an open trial a few years ago, tried his luck, and not only did he make the team, he became an integral member of the team, and now he's the captain. Bit of footwork later on the line, a little bit of a stroke, still got the pace when he pushes off. Thought he blew it there when he didn't pass inside, but he had enough power to get across the line. And Owen, you'd be proud to score a try like that in your day.
Yeah, look, fantastic effort as it for a guy that's been on the opposite side of a good team. He's delivered a fine performance.
Well, they're just waiting for the hooter to go now with only 20 seconds left on the clock. And there it is. That brings down the curtain on what's been a remarkable performance by the Sea Eagles. 18-0 they led at half-time. They've converted that to a wonderful victory over the home team, the Warriors. Here at the end at Mount Smart, round 20 of the Holden Cup, the Sea Eagles beat the Warriors 34-16. Well, there he is, Liam Knight. He had a good game out there today too. His figures speak volumes. 188 metres and 39 tackles off his 26 hit-ups. Bunty Afoa tried hard all game. He's been training hard, perhaps didn't have another partner with him. The man of the moment, though, is Tom Churbohovich, and he's with Owen Guttenbeil.
Well, Tom, you knew it was going to be a tough game coming over to play the Warriors, but the boys delivered today.
Yeah, we did. Always coming over here against a big Warriors side. Our forwards knew they were going to have it into them today, and they really turned up today, and I think our defence really got us over the line today.
Not to mention your 4 tries.
Yeah, no, that was just a consolation. I guess that come off the playing group. They were awesome out there. All I had to do was catch it and put over the line, really. So it was a really good effort by them, especially the forwards. They really turned up today, and I think that's why we got the win.
Obviously enjoy your time in first grade and coming back here, adding so much to the team.
Yeah, no, it was obviously to play first grade. It's a great experience, and to come back here, just I guess try and bring what I learnt from there and try and implement it back in this game. I think it's really worked for me.
Well, you did that well, mate. Congratulations. We look forward to more success in the future.
Thank you.